Hey guys, it's Paul here. It's like almost 2 o'clock in the morning, but I just had so much revealed. And I was honestly battling on my mind on whether I should make a video on it or not. And then I came to the conclusion that hopefully this helps others look and see lots of more truth and see and accomplish a lot more that or just truly look into themselves. I'm sorry, I'm still like at a loss for words. And it all started out when like a I I well, I was right about I was gonna go to bed, right? And I watch a video on hearing God's voice. And as I watch the video, I start to realize lots of things. And realizing that it all makes that lots of it makes sense. Then I watch another one on on feeling lost. Because lots of time I'm always lost in my mind. I'm not in the right shape of mind. It's just like I'm just like out there and I have no idea what I'm doing. And after that video, I just started what that person said. I started to think and then realize more. And it was like I don't know if you guys ever had these moments. This happened to me multiple times in my life, and always it hits hard. That when I figure out one truth that has put me in, or I figure out one reason why God's put me in a certain position, or maybe go through a certain thing, and then I start to realize that wait a minute, He did that for me for this because of this, and then because of this, because then I start piecing together like it's like I find all the pieces and I know exactly where they go. And and it's just like when you figure out so many truths and when you see how God uses you, how God puts you in certain places for a reason. And then when you realize now like where you are right now and how you got there and how God sees to continue and how where God wants you to be. It's like, whoa. It's like it's like you just saw an answer sheet to a test. It's like it's like if you're struggling on a test and out of nowhere. It's like when you're struggling on a test and then you realize that this answer goes with this, and then you start realizing and remembering, and then you realize that all these questions are easy, and that they all of a sudden it's just all it took was just one time. All it took was for you to really look and think, and now you know all the answers. Like none of the questions no longer seem hard. Now the test no longer seems hard, and that's just what was like for the past like half an hour. I was just astonished on how much, on what seasons of my life, and how these seasons actually helped me to get where I am now, and how this season in my life, and how I could kind of see where God wants me to go. it's like, whoa, it's like, it's a lot. And I look back at it, and I know and always look back at my regrets. I always look back and have regrets, but then always try and forget them. But now I look back and I'm like, wow, without this, I wouldn't have that. I wouldn't, without that moment, I wouldn't have this moment. Without that moment, I wouldn't have this. And it's like, and it really does show how much God puts things together. How much God does certain things for a reason. Certain things that if he told us, we would be confused and never understand. But once you see it and realize what it was used for later in the future, it's like, whoa, even if that one thing that I thought I made, that I thought was useless, I wouldn't know a lot more because of it. And so what am I even saying here? And I'm still freaking seeing it. I'm still just astonished on how things in the past came up to here. And so I want to post this to help those who may be feeling the same thing. Or heck, everybody. Like, like if you if you see this and you truly want to think like, dang, where am I right now? I just want you guys to try and think back and see in the past, like all these things that have led up in, look at the tiny things and look at the tiny things. Some of the tiny things, some of the tiniest things that you saw, things that you thought at that time would have no impact, truly changed the whole direction of the waves, the whole direction of the path. So, yeah, I inspire everyone that's seen this to see that, to think that, to look at the little things, and of course the big things too, but also to look at the tiniest things and how they truly changed you as a person, and how they truly changed you in a way that God possibly wants you to change. And seeing it now, it just inspires me to continue going, because even though I knew and I figured this out, I don't want to just stop. I want to continue going forward, you know? And that's the feeling right now. I just want to continue doing better, continue doing more. Like for me, example, these past days I've been lazy. Because recently, like I said, I broke my TV due to rage in a game. And I thought I'd never rage again. I thought I put that life away. But ever since then, ever since I broke the TV, I've never gotten back. I didn't feel anything. Like games were, like God meant for that to happen. And just in now, a couple minutes ago, when I realized that God, like games, like God wants me to focus. And then I realized, and now I look back on all my life, and all these things, and I realized that now how God's trying to get me to focus, and how this moment now could possibly change me forever. So I inspire you guys to go look back, look at the little things, look back at your life, and see how much God has changed you, and where God wants you to possibly go. So you guys could also be confident and continue having faith in him. So I hope this helps, guys, because it truly, truly helped me. God bless you guys. Have a good night. Have a good night.